8 is Enough was a rarity when it first premiered in 1977. The show was based on the book of the same name by columnist Tom Bradford, and chronicles his life and adventures raising 8 children. Long-form series aren't usually based on novels because a given novel can't be stretched into a full show. But 8 is Enough broke the mold and offered humor and heart to audiences thanks to its talented ensemble cast. Although the show isn't a classic, 8 is Enough is known as a forgotten 1980s sitcom. Since the series centered on Tom, his wife, and their 8 children, the cast was large. Some 8 is Enough cast members went on to become major stars on the stage and screen. However, others, especially those who started as children, faced many issues during and after the show's run. Sadly, several of the cast passed away after, or in one case, during the show's run. After the show's cancellation, the Bradford family came back together in 2 TV movies, 8 is Enough, A Family Reunion, 1987, and An 8 is Enough Wedding, 1989. Dick Van Patten as Tom Bradford Sr. Van Patten passed away in 2015. Dick Van Patten holding a mug in 8 is Enough. Character: Dick Van Patten played the family patriarch of Tom Bradford Sr. Just like the author the character is based on, Tom is a journalist, specifically a newspaper columnist for the fictional paper, the Sacramento Register, who lives with his wife and 8 children. Starting in Season 2, Tom has to raise the children on his own after his wife's death, though he does remarry. Tom is an understandably patient character, considering that he has to provide and care for 8 children. Van Patten's depiction of a sensitive single father was rare in the late 1970s. Where They Are Now, Van Patten passed away in 2015 at the age of 86 from a diabetic stroke, via New York Times. After 8 is Enough ended, Van Patten starred in several movies and TV shows. He frequently collaborated with comedy legend Mel Brooks, appearing in High Anxiety, Spaceballs, and Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Van Patten was also an animal lover. He even founded his own pet food company called Dick Van Patten's Natural Balance Pet Foods in 1989. Diana Hyland as Joan Wells Bradford. Hyland passed away during the show's run. Diana Hyland looking off to the side in 8 is Enough. Character: Diana Hyland played the matriarch of the Bradford family, Joan Wells Bradford, for only 4 episodes. Joan was portrayed as a kind homemaker, raising her family of 8 children with her husband. However, viewers didn't get to know much about Joan, as the character was officially killed off in Season 2, after Hyland's death. Where They Are Now, in early 1977, just before 8 is Enough began airing, Hyland was diagnosed with breast cancer. She underwent chemotherapy and a mastectomy, but her health continued to decline, via People. Hyland died with her boyfriend, John Travolta, her co-star Dick Van Patten and his wife by her side. Before her death, Hyland starred in a number of TV shows, including The Green Hornet and The Twilight Zone. She also appeared in the film The Chase alongside Marlon Brando, Jane Fonda, and Robert Redford. Betty Buckley as Sandra Sue Abby Mitchell Abbott Bradford. Buckley continues to act. Character: Betty Buckley had an unusual start on the show. After Diana Hyland passed away, Buckley took on the role of Sandra Sue Abby Mitchell Abbott Bradford. Buckley's character, Abby, was introduced in Season 2 as Tom's love interest. She eventually married Tom and became stepmother to all 8 children. Abby supported the family as a schoolteacher while providing kindness and laughs. Just before her stint on 8 is Enough, Buckley played Miss Collins, the gym teacher in the original 1976 version of Carrie. Where They Are Now, Buckley continued on with the 8 is Enough cast until the show's end in 1981. Since then, she has starred in a plethora of movies and television shows. In 1983, Buckley played a country music singer in Tender Mercies alongside Robert Duvall and Tess Harper. In the film Buckley sang Over You, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song. More recently, Buckley starred in M. Night Shyamalan's Split. She also guest starred in series like Supergirl and Preacher.